Hello my friends, today we're learning Basra Daf Kuf Lamed Beis. So we learned in the last daf that if someone gives his nechosim to his wife when he has kids, we assume that he's giving it to her to be a protopus, to give it to the kids, to be in charge. So it says the Gemara at the top of the page, Boi Rova, Bebori Eich. Did this din that we said early on, does that apply only by someone who's a shchivmira, who's going to die, so we assume he's giving it to the wife, that they should have respect to her, and because they'll need her. But by a healthy person, he means literally a present, and he doesn't mean that she should be a proitopus. So let's see that inside. Or it could be also not only by his wife, by other people that we said that it's a proitopus. Sadik more boy rova bebori yahaych beshchivmira hudin ichelei delishtamen mila. Ava bebori hokoyu, he's still alive, and therefore he's obviously meaning to give it to her as a present, not as a protopus. Or Dilma, maybe bori nami nichelo delishtamen mila meashto. He wants them to get used to already to listen to her and to respect her, and therefore he's not really giving it to her as a present, only as a protopus. Someone who gives a present to his wife, the fruit that comes out the field of his. So when it comes to take the ksuva, she could take the actual keren, the actual karka itself, as a ksuva. If he gave the actual field, half of the field, a third of the field, a quarter as a full present to his wife, when it comes to take a ksuva, she could take from the other half, the other 3/4, the other two thirds. She could take a ksuva. Kosav kol nechosav leishto. He gave all the nechosim that belonged to him to his wife. V'yotzo olav shtar choiv. So what happened was, let's say he got married in year 5000, and then he was mischayev a ksuva. In year 5001. He took a loan, and now he was mishtaba to this malva. And in 5002, he gave all nechosav to his wife. So he gave all nechosav to his wife. Yotzol of shtar choiv, that from 5001, that's between the time of suva and between the time of the matona. So he has to pay this person. And he could be goiver from the matona, because the matona was given after the choiv. Rabbi Eliezer says, Tikra matonta, v'tamoid al ksuvasa. So Rabbi Eliezer says, this woman, what she does is she says, I don't want this present anymore. I don't want this present I was giving in year 5002, and I'm cancelling it. And therefore it becomes a husband, and therefore if the Baal Choiv takes this from the woman, from the husband, but she has first rights on this karka because of the ksuba that was in 5000 a year before the Choiv, and therefore she'll get her ksuba from this karka. No, when she got a matona, she was basically moichel that from this karka she won't get a ksuva. She says, I'm taking it as a matona, I'm not taking it as a ksuva, I'll take my ksuva from other karkois. So therefore, when the Baal Choiv comes and takes it, it becomes his, and she can't take any more her ksuva from this karka, because she was moichel the ksuva on this karka. The nim says, and it comes out, kirechas mikan mikan, she's bald, I mean she loses from both sides, meaning the matona she loses because of the Baal Choiv koidim, and the ksuva she loses on this karka because she was moichel the shibud on this karka on the ksuva. The daughter of my sister Kala, who was married to my son, and my son gave her all her nechosim. And then a Baal Choiv came, and the case came in front of Chachomim, and they said, Tikro ksuboso v'tamoid al matonta v'nintze karachas mikan u'mikan. Like, what Chachomim say, that she loses this karka. She can't take another matona because the Baal Choiv was koidem, and asked ksuba because she was moichel the shibud of the ksuba on this karka. Until here is the raya that we're bringing. Said more, what the raya? Tama di yotzalav shtar choiv. The whole reason why we take away the karka from this woman is because there is a Baal Choiv koidem. If there wouldn't be a choiv before the matana, kanya would be hers. What are we talking about? That he gave it to her when he was going to die. It's not hers. We said she's only in charge for the Yisoimim on this karka, so it can't be talking about. It must be talking about we gave her matnas bari. And we had the kasha, if the din of a proitopus applies also by bari. We could see from here that since we see that if there's no Baal Choiv, this field belongs to the Isha. So we could see that it must be talking about by Bori. And by Bori, we never said this thing. By Bori, it's a full matana. The whole Chiddush of Aproitopus is only by Shchimera. So the more no. Loilo Beshchimera. Really, it's talking about this bright, this mission is talking about by Shchimera. Rav Avira Mukula Bekulu. And Rav Avira explained that talking about in everything. Ravina Mukuloi Beishta Russo, Beishtoi Grusha. This price over here is talking about where he gave this matana not to his normal wife, his wife who's only engaged to, or he divorced. And in that case, everyone agrees, we said before, that it's a proper matana. And therefore, if there's no Baal Choiv, it's actually a proper matana. And when did we speak that the woman who gets a matana is aprotopos? Really, that's talking about in a case where it's not, when it's a proper wife. And therefore, there's no kasha. And really, Rav Avira and Ravina are talking about the same case. The reason why we split them as if they're saying two different things is because the Lashon over there, when they spoke differently because they did argue about a daughter when there's brothers. But in that case, that's not relevant because the Bryce over here is talking about a wife. That's what Rashbam explains. Omar Rav Yosef bar Menyumi, Omar Rav Nachman Alocha, in the case where he gave a matana to his wife and the Baal Choiv came, Tikra Ksuvasa v'tamo del matonta, that the matana is strong and the ksuva she was moichol v'nimtzes kurachas mikan u'mikan, and she loses this field, like we said. Said the Gemara, you want to tell me, Deloy Ozir Rav Nachman Bosa Umdina, Rav Nachman doesn't go after Umdina, that means we don't assume that the Umdina, that when a woman takes this matana, she doesn't want to be moichol ksuva. She doesn't want to lose this field if a Baal Choiv comes. And we can see that Rabbi Nachman says that she does lose it. That means we don't go after Umdina. V'atani we learn to Bryce Aryeh Olak Noilem Duna Sayom. Yaakov's son Reuben went to a far country. V'shama Shemez Bnoi, and Yaakov heard that his son Reuben passed away. V'omad v'kosav kon lechosav lacherim, and he gave Ploini Almoini, all different people, all in the chosav. He thought he doesn't have a son. V'achar kach, and later on Bob Noi, his son returned from New Zealand. Matana, so matana. The matana stays, says Tanakama, because he gave a matana, he never said that night. Rab Shimon Menassi oima ein matano so matana. The matana they gave other people is cancelled. Why? She'ilu oyodeh shebnoi kaim. If Yaakov knew that his son Reuben is still alive in New Zealand, loy kosvan, he would never give them a matana. The only reason why he gave Ploni Almoini a matana was because he thought he doesn't have any kids. But now that his kid came back, it's cancelled. So we could see that Rav Nachman Paskins, you do go after Umdina. Why Bayas says you don't go after Umdina? Said the Gemara Teretz, Shiny also, the Nichele, the Tepu Kala Kolo, the Kasvinu Nealei Lanu Nechosim. There is a different Umdina, that when a woman receives this present, Kol Nechosim of her husband, there's an Umdina that she wants to moichol the ksuva from these nechosim because she wants it to be a proper present that people are going to say, wow, look at this woman, her husband trusts her so much, he gives her all a nechosim. So for that I know that people will trust her, she's moichel the shibud of the ksuva from these nechosim, and therefore she loses if the Baal Choiv comes and is toireh from this nechosim. Now also we learned in Peah, someone who gave his nechosim to his kids, and he gave even a little field to his woman, to his wife of the ksuvasa. She loses a ksuva, that means she can't be goiva a ksuva from these nechosim that he gave to his sons. We're going to see in a second why. Obviously, if you get more nechosim in the future, she could be goiva. It doesn't mean she was moichel on the whole ksuva. It means to be goiva for these nechosim, she was moichel. On that, the Gemara asks, Nishum de kosav lo karka kolshu, because she got some small piece of land of the ksuvasa. How does that make any sense? So the Gemara is going to say three terutzim of three different amiroim. Omar Rav Teretz number 1, be'mezake lohen al yodo. It's talking about that when he gave the matana to the brother, to the sons, the way he was maknet him was that the day that she should do a kinyan, she did a kinyan Sudan, she was koined for them. So since she was koined for them, if she didn't want them to get it and she wanted to be goy b'ksuva, she wouldn't do it. So since she did it and she got some piece of land, so she's moichel ksuva to be goy from the part that the man's sons got. Shmuel Omar, you don't need so much that she did the kinyan itself. It's enough. B'mechalek lefoneo v'yishetekes, that when he gave his sons nechosim and she was there and she never said, "Hey, I want these nechosim for my ksuva," and he gave her a little piece of land that she should be happy. That's enough. That she should be moichel to be goyva ksuva from these pieces of land that the kids got. Rabbi Yossi bar Chanina Omar, you don't even need that. It's even less than that is enough. It's talking about ba'oimelo, even if she wasn't there when he gave the nechosim to the kids, but it's enough. It's talking about where he told her, Kli karka tu b'ksivosach, gave her a small piece of land that's worth only a small amount of money, and it said, take this as your ksuva, and she took it, and she was willing them, and she was moichel a ksuva to be goiva from the other nechosim. Said the Gemara Daf Kuf Lamed Beis Omud Beis. Umikula ksuva shonukan. This din that we learned over here is a kulos of ksuva, because me'ika din, let's say by alvo, if a loive is chayv to the malve, and he gave nechosim to his sons and gave the malve a small neches, in that case we'd never say that he lost his right to be goiva from the nechosim that he gave his kids. But by ksuva, yes, and the Rashbam explains, because a woman wants to get married more than a man, and we makel by ksuva. Nan, we learned in that same Mishnah and Peor, Rabbi Yossi Oima, in Kibla, if the woman accepted that she won't be going with the ksuva from the nechosim that he gave to his sons, clearly, afal pisheloi kosavlo, even though that he never gave her any piece of land of the ksuva also, she lost the ksuva. And Rabbi Yossi, from the Lashon Rabbi Yossi's mashma, he's making, he's saying, even they never wrote her land, she lost the ksuva. Michlal, it's mashma the Tanekama Sova, ksiva v'kabola boy. You don't need that. You don't. It's not enough that to write her a piece of land. You need also Kabbalah that she'd accept clearly that she's not goiva from the nechosim that he gave to his kids. Haksuva, since her base is coming on Makel and says you don't need all this, it's enough only that she was Mekabel on herself. It's mashma that Tanekama holds you need also that she's Mekabel and also to get a ksuva and also to be Mekabel that she won't be goiva and also to get a piece of land. So it's a kash on all of the mandorim before that said that we don't need a Kabbalah from her, that we don't need a Kabbalah that she's moichel. It's enough that they were makne through her or she saw it, etc. And if you're going to tell me that the whole Mishnah in Peah is all Rabbi Yossi, and the Reisha is talking about that Ksivas Karka Kolshu is enough, and the Sefer is saying that if she was Mekabel on herself, even if he never gave her Karka is also enough, and therefore there's no kasha about Tanya, we learn to Braisa, Omar Rabbi Yehuda, said the Heilige Tana Rabbi Yehuda, Mosai, when did the Tanakama speak in the Mishnah that it works, that she was there, when he gave the nechosim to his kids, and he accepted on himself and she accepted that she won't be goiva ksuva from there. If she was there, and she didn't accept not to be goiva ksuva from these nechosim, or she accepted not to be goiva the nechosim, but she wasn't there when he gave the karkois to his kids. She never lost the ksuva, and it's not like them Amoraim Modalef who said that it's enough that she was there, or it's enough that they were makne through her, or it was enough that she was mekabel on him. Rabbi Yehuda clearly says, and the Reish of the Mishnah, you need both. So the Gemara, tiyufta de kula tiyufta. It's a kash on all the three Amoraim and Aleph. Omale Rav Rav Nachman. Rav asked Rav Nachman, Horav, Hoshmul, Horav Yossi bar Chanina. We had the three shittas in the Mishnah and Peah of the Amoraim, how they explain the Mishnah talking about. When did the woman actually lose that she can't be goiva for the nechosim that we gave to the kids? Mar, you, Rav Nachman, my spirale, what you hold? Omale shani oima kiven she'oso shutaf ben abonim of the ksuvosa. Says Rav Nachman to Rava, I hold that the reason why she lost the ksuva because he gave his kids the chosim, and in the same time he gave her chosim, so it's like a shutuf, and since she was willing to accept that karka, the small karka she got, it's basically saying, I'm willing that this is a proper matana that the sons get, and therefore if it's a proper matana, she can't be goiva ksuva. Itmanami, we learned as well, Omar Rabbi Yossi Yumi, Omar Rav Nachman, Kevan Sha'asha Shutaf bin Abonim, since the husband made her Shutaf together with the sons of the Ksuvasa, she loses that she can't be goiva Ksuva from the part that he gave to his sons. Boy, Rava asked the Shaila similar to we had before. In this case where he gave her a small piece of land, also applying when the husband is healthy. Do we say who the other the lesle when he's going to die, and she knows that he has no nechosim elsewhere, only the nechosim, and she sees she gives the other nechosim to his kids, and he gives her only one small karka, and he knows there's no other karka, and she accepts this karka, so therefore the lesle he doesn't have anything. By how receiving this piece of karka, she's moichel to be goiva ksuva from the rest, because she knows he has nothing else. Abel Bebori, if this is when he gave these nechosim to his sons and a small karka to her, he was healthy. Sovra, she thought to herself, Odar Koni, maybe later on he'll make more money and buy new karkois and I'll be goiva from there. And therefore, I'm not really moichel, and if he wasn't koina other nechosim later on, I'll be goiva from the sons. Or maybe Ashton, yes, Leslie, now he doesn't have any other nechosim, and she was willing to accept this small piece of land, so therefore she was moichel to be goiva ksuva from the nechosim that the sons got. On that the Gemara says Teiku, and like as some people explain, Tishbi Yitaret Kushi Siviboy, so she Zoicha Velio and Novi will very soon, maybe he's here already and we just don't know, will come and explain us in such a case, does the woman lose a ksuva or not? Au Da'ama Lehu, Palga Lebras, Palga Lebras. A Shchibmera gave half of the nechosim to one daughter of his, and the other half to other daughter of his, the Tilsa, and the third L'isas Beperi, and a third of the Peris are ready. The way we understand it, this Hagamina, it was talking about a third of the Peris. Let me just check. Peris are still connected to the land, that she should get a right in the Peris that come out of this land, the third. So the Gufa Karka, half to each daughter, but a third of the Peris that come out of the land to his wife. Ikler Rav Nachman Surah, Rav Nachman went to Surah, Ulegabei Rav Chizda, went to Rav Chizda, Amalei, he asked him, in such a case where the woman only got, she didn't get a small piece of land, like we said in the Mishnah and Peah that she loses a ksuva, she only got a right in the land for the Paris. In such a case, does she lose a ksuva that she can't be goiva from the nechosim that the daughters got? Amalei, so Rav Chizda told Rav Nachman, Ach yom Shmuel, this is what Shmuel said, Afilu lo iknu lo elo dekel echod le peroisov, even if he wasn't makna to the woman only one palm tree, and not even the palm tree itself, only to get the right of the pears that grow from the palm tree of the ksuvasa, and she was willing to accept it, and he gave all the rest to his other kids or his daughters, she lost a ksuva. So therefore, in this case, she loses a ksuva. Amalei, Rav Nachman told Rav Chizda, when did Shmuel speak Hossam over there, the Akni lo begufa the Arab? He was makna the actual palm tree for the pears. In the case over here, Peru, he never gave the woman, not like we learned before that he was makna half the karka to one daughter, half the karka to one daughter, and a third of the right in the karka for pears to the wife. No, he was makna the actual pears that were there, that already cut from the field. A third of the pears that were there was makna only metaltalin. Amalei, Rav Chizda told Rav Nachman, metaltali karma, the story was with metaltalin vaday loy kamina. The whole chiddush of the Mishnah in Peah is like it says over there, the kosav leishtoi karka, kol gave a karka, a choshev a thing, then she was moichel on the other karkois. But here they gave her metaltalin, then we don't say this chiddush, and then in such a case she's no moichel a ksuva from the karka, and she could be goiva from the other daughters from the karka, the ksuva that she deserves. Another case, a person said when he was a shchimer at klas libras, to one daughter I want to give third of my nechosim, the klosa libras, and another third to my other daughter, the klosa, and the third lisas to my wife. Now, Shchiva Chodomi Bonte, before the father passed away, one of the daughters who got a third passed away, and the father yarshens her. So the question is, can the woman be, now when it comes to Ksuva, he gets divorces her, he dies, can the woman be goiva from the third that he got back from the daughter? Because if the father would die, we said she's moichel Ksuva. But here he came back to the father, to the husband. So Savar popular name, the third that she got, a small piece of karka here, it's a third, belongs to her, nothing else, because she was moichel the shirbud on the other 2/3, and that one of those 2/3 went back to the husband, so she was moichel on it. So the more daf kuf lamed gimel omod aleph, Omar Rav Kahana, ilu odor koni. If the husband, after he gave a third, would go and buy other fields, milo shakalna, would she not able to be goiva ksuva from that new karka he bought? The kaven ilu other koni shokla, since we know that if you'd buy other karka, because she wasn't moichel a shibud of a ksuva, she was only moichel the shibud on these karkois. So if you'd buy new karkois, we know that she would take a ksuva from that. Hashtanami, also now, because this karka came, even though they came from the daughter that she was moichel, but now it's like a new purchase, he yarshened it. Therefore, Hashtanami shokla, the woman could be goiva the ksuva from that third that her husband yarshened from his daughter. Schus Avraham, Yitzchak, Yaakov, who should be zoicha to remember these Gemaras and to chazor on them and continue learning. Thank you very much, my friends.